flight, right to an event, out of breath, winded, but the grind don't stop. Hustling, 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 hustling. Atlanta, Georgia, straight out of the flight, straight off a flight, right into the event.
What you like to do with them, whether you want to maintain ownership of them or if you would like to sell them, you do it at that point. But we will be getting into that training for $250. Anybody want to make more money, bigger money?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, and then we'll talk about how you can make money. I said, oh yeah. He owns a barbershop, he owns a nightclub.
Hard money lending.
Hard money lending. He's into the real estate space. And we come from the same area. And sometimes you don't know who'll be around. Like, I didn't meet him until recently. And when we bumped paths, it was in business. That's why going back to, and I'm big on always saying, when you leave your environment, people meet you for where you are, not for who you are. Because in your respective places, you have built a reputation up. And that's what you're going to be known for. You're going to be known for the brother or sister that has pride. That's what when people say when that you grew up with. I don't care if you meet them 30 years later, they always say, yo, you remember we used to? Yeah, we passed that though. I'm here now. I don't even remember who I was then. I'm here now. But people always want to bring you back down to where they are. That's why those remember people, you got to remember not to remember them.
That's a fact. Your environment is going to do one or two things, right? Put chains on you or set you free. So once you understand who you're around and what kind of information that you get, sometimes you're going to have to practice something which is called social shedding. And social shedding is being around a certain kind of people that you know are not conducive to growth, that you know are not going anywhere. And the bottom line of that is all this. They want you to remain the same, just exactly how you are right now. They have no interest in you going any further, right? Because the truth of the matter is, anybody think about it, right? Your friends, family, different things like that. What about if your family, right, your friends, whatever the case may be, what about the times that you were strong with each other and everybody was conducive? What if you were related through trauma? Some of us disguise friendships, but they're really trauma bonds. So the people who you resonate with the most, those are the people that kind of cater towards you, whatever the case may be. So my challenge is for everybody, if you're not in a conducive environment, get around people who are doing different things in order for you to get a different result, and that's how it goes, y'all.
Hey, before I bring up Q, man, because I always have to put my guy up on a pedestal. Y'all think Jay's doing all right this morning so far? Yeah!
You know, here's the thing, when we talk about mindset, right, we're talking about putting ourselves in a place where we can actually be receptive to new information, right? Now, when you talk about being receptive to new information, you have to be open to different things that you probably may not have been open to before. So this is the power of getting in rooms like this. It was told to us a long time ago that when you come into rooms like this, here's what's going to happen. What's going to happen is your business partner or that person that you're going to go a long way with resides right around you. So when you're talking about like having your people do different things and people that may not even see the journey or see the vision or whatever the case may be, these are the rooms that are going to be fight with oneself and then embracing that. Sometimes in life you have to forgive yourself. Most people never forgive themselves because they constantly reminding themselves what they used to do and not seeing what they're doing now. It's embracing challenges or change. You can't keep talking about the fact that you failed so many times. But failure is a part of success. When you learn that when you fail up, sometimes you keep thinking you're falling down, but in reality you're failing up.
me hear that louder.
Sorry.
I put myself through a lot of bad. I felt like I wasn't worthy, I wasn't deserving, right? When you don't feel deserving, you give yourself the worst. Not only do we eat unhealthy, we financially feed ourselves unhealthy, right? A lot of us second guess ourselves because we go around people who see who you used to be, not who you become. But sometimes to become the new version of self, you have to go into rooms that accept you becoming the new version of self. A lot of people fear becoming the new version of self because you ain't gonna have a lot of friends. I went down the road that was less traveled and I was comfortable with it. I was comfortable because I met brothers like Lydell, Ray, I met brothers like Welby. I met new friends. I met new brothers, new sisters, and they embraced me. I remember growing up, I grew up with a single mother of 6. And my mother's struggles became my anger, my frustration. And I'm going to go on record and say that as a black man, I never was allowed to speak on anything that bothered me. So therefore it came out in aggression. It came out in rage. It came out in frustration. Sometimes my mother's frustration, she'll take it out on me, and I would go literally to school and take it out on somebody else. I'm raising both of my hands. Because I've done it to my family, I've done it to friends, and the sad part is most people hurt people they love the most because they know the people that love them will accept them and will forgive them. We hurt the people we love the most. And I've definitely done that. My mother went from saying, I resent having you, and it's not because she's a bad mother. It's because of the fact that I put her through so much. My mother wanted to prove to my father she can raise 6 kids by herself without him being in the equation. It's sad because he didn't help it, I made it worse. Then I had a brother that suffered even worse because my older brother went away at 14 years old because of the fact that we couldn't fund or finance him paying for a lawyer and ended up doing 6 years at 14 years old for something he didn't even do. And that's when my frustration even got worse because he was with me all afternoon and they charged him for a burglary he didn't even do. That's the problem having poverty, right? You're subject to their systems. You're subject to their guidelines. You're subject to their redlining, right? Who knows what redlining is? You're subject to that when you don't do anything to change the demographics. You'll be in the same demographics of people that think like you. And sad part is, the leaders are the ones that force the minds to believe what they want them to believe. So therefore, if I'm uncomfortable being myself, if I'm around people who are very uncomfortable being themselves, they're gonna make me become just like them. You won't even notice it. You won't even notice it. Losing is a mentality. It's a mentality. Someone was just in the bathroom, man. I'm gonna say who you are. Someone was in the bathroom just said a minute ago. I said, you hear the ballet? He said, trying. I said, I don't believe in that word. I don't believe in that word. Say that, my brother. What I say? Say it again.
I'm going.
Say it louder.
I'm going.
Say it louder.
Going.
Louder.
Going.
There we go. Affirmations is everything. You gotta look yourself in the mirror and say, I love myself. I forgive myself. I respect myself. I honor myself. Sometimes I'm looked at as crazy. My guy Tyler knows I go in the mirror and have a full-fledged conversation with myself. Why? Because who knows me better than me? And now I'm getting to know the new version of me. So now I have to have those conversations with me, reminding myself that I'm going the right direction. Some of us have been on the wrong direction for way too long. Way too long. This is our God-given birthright. Right? Jesus speaks in abundance, but the Bible speaks in abundance and a multitude. I hurt my sisters more than anything. I felt bad for my sisters. If you met me at that time, I was going to tear your life up. And I did it on purpose because it made me feel better about me. And some of my brothers won't admit it, but we all done it. Lie to the woman, tell her what she want to hear, to get what we want, and then we have no intentions. We've all done it because why? That's the insecurity. Insecurity is very prominent in our culture. Why? Because if a person, me and my guy right here, he comes to I own a barbershop, I own a pharmacy. I'm not being arrogant, but I have the hottest nightclub in New York City right now. And it's true, you know, I'm just being honest. You know, but I also own a couple properties, I'm catching up, I'm on years, right? But I own a couple houses, but I didn't believe that I can get these things. For one, I'm a felon, so therefore everything is against me. I'm not supposed to have a pharmacy. I'm not supposed to have a club, right? I'm not supposed to have been there at the projects or the hood. I'm not supposed to. But I believe in defying gravity. Because I feel like I'm hovering right now. Right? I'm hovering right now, mama. My feet off the ground. I tell people all the time, if you don't believe that you can, how can you? How? How? They say the worst thing to do is tell something to a small-minded individual when you have a big dream. Your big dream will ever been so much, basically foreclosed. Your dream just foreclosed. You gonna speak your language. Right? You just foreclosed on your dream. You gave up on it. You said to me, you want this business. Right? But guess what you did? You told the wrong person that you wanted that business. That's what happened. And then you know what you do? You give up. And then we give up on our dreams, our hopes, our aspirations, and we say things is not for us. Why is it not? Why is it not? I don't believe in God favors no one. He favors those who do more than the ones who are willing to do more. Because we're all his children, right? So as a father, think about the narrative. Let's just talk logic. As a parent, you're always going to favor that child that works harder. Let's be honest. You're going to always favor me. Now go to your parent and say, give me now. I'm like, get out of my face. Get out of my face. And that's how he talks to us. Because we say we want it now. He said, don't tell me, show me. Because they say faith without work is what? Dead. And the work means action. It means the action. That's what people don't understand. They don't put no action into their dreams. The sad part is a lot of us don't believe in teamwork. It has always made the dream work. A lot of us do not believe in teamwork. I have a multitude of teams. Right? My podcast is going crazy. This young man right here, he believes in every dream I've ever done. The guy on the camera. This guy's killing it right now. Right? Because of the fact that I put the right people around me. Sometimes he'll tell you I come in from my club 4 in the morning and tell him, do I skip a beat? I just got off my flight. Literally ran in the bathroom and changed clothes. But there's no excuse. Work has to be done. My man Ray said to me, I thank you, dressing for what? I'm doing God's work. If I'm getting blessed to be in a room full of people that look just like me, right? And I can inspire 1, 2, or a multitude, so be it. That's what I'm here for. I want someone to feel like they can do more than they actually can, right? Because to be somebody, you have to believe that you're already somebody. You can't be somebody if you don't believe you're somebody. My mother looked at me one time and said, you know what's sad? I said, what? She said, if you ever knew your gift, you're going to be something special. I was like, well, yeah, my mother this way you say that. And she's like, you just don't even understand. Because I genuinely believe anyone that avoids responsibility will never be great. Responsibilities are what make you great. And I used to avoid it because I used to do the same thing my dad did to me, to my son in the beginning. I had my kid at 17 years old. And I was scared to be a father because I didn't know how to be a father. It looked like what I saw. I asked my mother the other day, I said, why no men in our life showed us how to be men? None of them. None of them. I said, I can't even look at none of the men in our life, in my family and say, I'm inspired. I want to be like you. Right? I said to them, I don't want to be like you. That's the only examples I got from them. But in reality, it was putting a blindfold over my eyes to see who I truly was. The more I indulged in it, the more I began to see my own greatness. I basically did my own life. So I told my son, I said, when I came home, I remember going to, they had a, it was like a, what do you call it? They had a social services lady. She came in the room, she sat with my son like I'm gonna hurt my own child. That's crazy. So I said, you know what, no problem. What do you need me to do to get custody of my son? She said, you have to do hours of community service, you have to do parenting classes, and you have to do anger management. I said, give me it all. I finished it so fast that the judge called the facilities and said, did you cheat? I said, I didn't cheat, I want my son. I want my son. I said, this is the start. This is me turning over the new leaf. This is me avoiding my responsibilities. This is me running towards my greatness. I said, I got this. I finished, they granted me temporary custody. Any man that ever get custody of their children know it is the hardest process ever in life. They make it so hard, but there's a reason why they don't want them in there. Let's talk statistics. 70% of children that come from single mothers are incarcerated. 80% of children that run away from home are homeless, come from single parents. And to them, you go all down the charts, but they understand it's not by chance, it's by reality. This is what they want. So I say, you know what? I'm gonna get you. I got my son. Literally, me and my son, we shared a room. I told him, I said, Nate, I'm not spending no money. I'm not going on no trips. I'm saving every dollar. About 1.5 years of being home, I bought a barbershop. And I was forced to buy it because the owner was going through a divorce and I was comfortable. I didn't want to leave the space. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna buy the space. So I literally gave him every dollar I saved. The best decision of my life, outside of getting custody of my son. After I bought my barbershop, I learned business. It built my confidence. I started getting around people. I used to think a 401k was a gun. And I'm dead serious. I thought it was a gun. My man said to me, he said, I got my 401k. I said, I got an AR-15. That's how I talked. And I used to be ashamed because I was scared of being chastised and judged. See, the saddest part is when we go around our culture, we laugh at people who don't have the same circumstances. A strong man will be strong if he comes from a strong man. A strong woman will become a strong woman when she comes around a strong woman. I learned how from a strong woman. But we laugh at the people that didn't have the same circumstances, which is totally unfair. Why are you laughing at that person that didn't have the same circumstances as you, but yet still you don't see that? You know what? Let me pull you up. My sister, let me reach for you. Let me help you with your potential. I think that's when we stop the village mentality. Once the village mentality stopped, that's when we started failing even worse. I used to be ashamed to say that I've been to prison. I go in rooms where my mentor is Dr. Trisha Bailey. She's a multi-billionaire. And this is on a one phone call basis. Right? I literally went from living in the projects to owning a big old house worth $1 million+. But if I didn't believe that, it would never happen. It would never happen. Right? When you talk logic, 1 + 1 = 2 mentalities, you start making it make sense. A lot of people don't make life make sense. They say things with no action. There will never be nothing without nothing. Because last time I checked, nothing plus nothing.
No, it's not.
But somebody here believes something will happen from doing nothing. But today is the day you stop believing that. We here to teach that that's false. That's not reality. It's never going to happen. Right? I want every man in this room right now to raise your hand. I want you to say with your chest, say, I'm him.
I'm here.
Louder.
I'm here.
Louder. I'm here. Louder. Now, ladies, I want you to raise your hand. And I want you to say, I'm her.
I'm her.
Louder.
I'm her.
Y'all get loud when y'all argue. I'm gonna hear this don't sound right to me. Y'all need to get loud. Let me hear it again, ladies.
I'm her.
Let me hear something, men and ladies. You are him and you are her. Right? Nobody should tell you different. The other day, a guy asked me the other day, he said, this girl right here told me that she's a 10. So I looked at him and smiled. And he said, do you believe it? I said, yeah. He said, why? I said, because she has every bit of right to believe she's a 10. I said, you don't believe that. That's your work you're putting on her. Which is, I said, that's crazy. I said, because you mean that? I said, I'm more attracted to this than physical. I've known some of the most beautiful people, some of the most ugliest people you get to know them.
Yes.
The most ugliest people. I'm gonna be honest with you, when I started transitioning, some of the hardest people to accept me was black educated people. And I'm saying truthfully, black educated. I'm like, I didn't come from your circumstance. But yet still you're judging me so hard. Right? I remember one time I was sitting in the shop, a man said to me, and I'm laughing inside now, he said to me, you'll understand when you start making 100,000 a year. I was like, damn, I did that about like 9 years ago. But I'm looking at him like, and it's hard because I was cutting his hair. He was looking at me like, I'm a bum. Right? And I'm looking at him like, no, this gave me purpose. This barbershop gave me purpose. When a man finds purpose, a man becomes the best version of himself. Most men who haven't found their purpose, they're distracted. So what do they look for? They look for anything and everything that will distract them from their purpose. When a woman hasn't found her purpose, she looks for anything and everything that distracts her from her purpose. And a lot of us are distracted from our purpose. And that's the reality. Once I started realizing, this is my purpose. I know I can do this. My mother foreclosed on the house when I came home from prison. I said to her, you crying today? I said, well, watch this. I said, watch this, I got something for you. I said, I got something for you. She said, my son, I can't believe I lost my house. I said, no, it wasn't meant for you to be here no longer. You outgrew this house. I said, now it's on me to take you, put you on my back. I got bad knees. I can't even go down the stairs. And I said, Mom, just go down the stairs one time. I just want to see you go down the stairs. You know, my mother was the only person that visited me while I was in prison. The only person. And kept telling me that you are special. My mother sent me literature. She sent me affirmations. My mother literally made me start reading my Bible. She made me start reading my Bible. And when I started reading my Bible, I started seeing like, oh my God, the God I worship loves me. He loves me more than I love myself. But when am I going to start loving myself? I went around people that told me, like, yo, we should do this, and you know it's wrong, but then you still do it because you don't want to feel like an exile. And that's what our teens and our young people are doing today. They're fearful of being not accepted. There's a saying, it's an anxiety, it's called the fear of being left behind. And I think that's what we suffer from. And the sad part is we play dress up Halloween all year long looking like we're successful, but we're not. I tell them all the time I have my ashy Jamaican feet out every day, ashy Jamaican feet out every day, and some Sean Clip lines because I'm comfortable like that. I don't care what a person views me as. It's what I view myself as. Because I've said in that thing, I look in the mirror, I love what I see. I'm no longer upset. I'm no longer angry. I'm no longer mad. When you meet some people for the first time, and as soon as you see them, it's like, they're mad. I'm like, smile. Smile. I don't even know you. And as he said before, he said, you can find someone in this room that you can become business partners. And again, my guy right here, Welby, he's heavy in real estate. We became good friends from networking and going in different rooms and running into the same deals. And I said, get away from it. I need this deal. Right? But I never believed that I could own housing, and I never believed that I could own businesses. I remember when I told my team, I said, I'm opening up a nightclub. He was like, how you going to get a liquor license? I said, there's a will, there's a way. Right? One thing you got to understand, this is a building. You can't get the front door, but there's always a back door. That's how I'm opening the back door. He said, you sure? I said, watch. You look at my Instagram, I'm talking about everybody from 50 Cent, Tory Lanez, French Montana, Fabulous, Cardi B, Offset. You name them, I've done events with them at my club. Carmelo Anthony chilled with me just because. Carmelo one of my favorite players, and I was scared to ask the man for his credit card. I said, Melo, the bottle's on me. Melo was like, nah, you're a black brother, I want to support your business. So I went in the office again and I said, wait, Melo, I need your ID because I got to take a picture of your ID because I can't just take your credit card. Melo started laughing. He said, brother, why are you back and scared? I said, it's because I'm a fan of you. I'm inspired by you. I think you're a great man. He's also a great father. I got them Kaye, he's a good father, right? But I didn't believe I could be around those people. But the same way I was around the most ignorant, I said I could be around the most successful, I work on my mind. I could be around the most successful, I work on my mind. It's funny, the other day, one of my good friends introduced me to this. Y'all can Google her name, is Dr. Trisha Bailey. She's a woman that literally came from Jamaica, came from nothing. Like literally dirt, nothing. And she built her life up. Not only did Dr. Trisha Bailey do an interview with me, Dr. Trisha Bailey came to my house and took me personally under her wing as her mentee. And literally on a call, yo, where you at? Like we look like family. And initially I was like, damn, I don't want to lose the family I love. But I already lost them because I outgrew them. And if they don't want to grow with you, you're going to grow apart no matter how you slice it. You cannot be scared to outgrow people because you're not doing your God a service. If you tell him, you're giving me all this affirmation, you show me what I can be, but I'm going to stay around what I want to be around. You're insulting your God, man. You're insulting him. Think about that narrative. I'm asking you. Think about that. He's told you that this is the affirmations. You said you want to see. He showed you that the vision is there. It may be a far away, but he said you keep going, you'll get it, right? Some of us want to stay next to the people that's dragging us. It's like a sack race, man. You get in a sack, and you're trying to jump, and the other person don't want to jump with you. How you going to get anywhere? How you going to get anywhere? Think of that now. How? I told you the greatest thing that ever happened to me was going to prison. And it's sad because I became a man. I learned who I was. I started praying. I'm not one of those guys that say, I was killing people in jail. No, hell no. I didn't go to jail for hurt people. What did jail for hurt me? Some drugs. Right? But in my mind, that place actually showed me more discipline. I had to get up early. Insecure. You have to be comfortable to hear successful conversations, normalizing success. When you hear someone talk about how great they've done, if it makes you feel inferior, it's because you're not destined for it. When my man bought his Ferrari, when my man bought his Ferrari, when my man bought his Ferrari, what I said? Let's get it. My turn. Right? But I get inspired because he didn't have no great start. Right? None of us have great starts. Right? Because if you look at the narrative, the most, think about the narrative. If I know you're better than me, but if I can mentally trick you into believing you're not better than me, I won. I won. Think of the narrative, the tortoise in the head. Who know that story? Tortoise in the head? I'm the head. No, I'm the tortoise. I want to see somebody so believe that. I had a slow start, but I was disciplined enough to keep going. That's the narrative of the tortoise in the head. Then you look at the story of the three little pigs. The one that wanted it easy. What happened? Sticks. Then, no, with straw, sticks. Then, straw bricks. And then, no, that's what bricks. So what's the second one? Sticks. Okay, straw, sticks, and bricks. Think of that narrative. The person that wanted it easy did the straw. And there's a lot of people like that. They try to build their foundation off a straw, right? And then it collapses. Then the next person does the same thing with the sticks. And they get mad at the collapse. But the person that took their time and built it with the bricks, that foundation is extremely strong. I tell people all the time, in order to build any structure, and you notice this, we build from the ground up. To build any structure, the foundation has to be extremely sound. If the foundation is weak, the structure will fall. And that's how you gotta look at your mind. Your mind is the foundation, right? It's not being intimidated by conversations. Jump into those conversations that may be a little too advanced for you. Because you wanna know something? You keep doing it, they ain't gonna be too advanced for you, right? But if you stop having those conversations, or you avoid those conversations, you're never gonna get to the results. I told you, I thought a 401k was a gun. And I'm dead serious. And I'm dead serious. I thought it was a gun. And I said it with conviction. Well, now today I look at it as, I know exactly what it is. Right? I know exactly what it is. I know what an IRA is. I know what an annuity is. I know what a trust is. I know all of these things. But it's sad because my mom didn't know these things, but now I do. Now my kid knows it. He knows it. And he knows it for me. So now in order to break generational curse, we gotta break it. A lot of us can't allow things to keep going and then accept the fate and then go cry about the fate. You see, God kept showing me, but he's like, nah. Some of us ain't gonna reach our potential if we don't get around people that actually, with the sunlight on us. Think about the narrative of a seed. If you put this seed in the ground, if you put water on it for the first time, you're gonna think ain't nothing going on, right? How many times do you gotta get it sunlight and water before you start seeing anything? Because before it breaks the surface, it has to break the ground, right? But most of us want to see things immediately. It's called instant gratification. I genuinely believe in delayed gratification because while I'm delaying my gratification, I learned how to appreciate the process, right? 3 ways you go up the stairs. Got stairs, got the escalator. I like the stairs. And I do it on purpose. I mean, every single step. I'm counting them too. So I know how many to go back down. I do the weirdest things just to challenge my mind. Get me out of my comfort, right? Most people look for these, what would they want? The elevator, escalator, right? They don't want to do anything hard. You'll never be great not doing anything hard. Because life in itself is hard. Remember, it's a competition. You in a race with people that want the same thing you want. There is no participation award in life. It's either you're doing it or you're not. Either you want it or you don't. That's the reality. You know, when I go past the cemetery, what I see is wasted potential. There's a lot of it in the cemetery. A lot of it. People that could have been, but they were scared to do anything. So I'm asking everybody in this room, are you scared? And being honest with yourself, I used to be very scared. In moments I still get scared. I still get scared. I got a little nervous coming up here first. A little nervous. But I said, what am I nervous for? For what? You gotta talk to yourself. You gotta talk yourself off that ledge. Jump. And you'll be surprised at how high you'll fly. I'm guilty of it. Things will start going good for me, I'll do something crazy. Made a couple $100,000, I'll blow the bag. What? I'm being honest. Why? Because it made me feel better. Whether it was momentarily, temporary, but it never lasted. When you literally do great things, I promise you, it releases something called dopamine. When you come home to your home that you work hard for, it makes you feel good. When you buy things that are valued, like assets, no liabilities, it makes you feel good. It's like you release dopamine consistently, and it makes you want to do it again. Some people need to up their dopamine level. You need to up it, not the little Gucci logo, not the Louis Vuitton logo. Because last time I checked, you could get that same shirt for $5. I don't wear logos. Everybody know that I don't wear logos. I'm not a guy for logos. I don't care about them. It's not because I can't afford them. It's because it don't make sense. It just don't make sense. When I look at a t-shirt, you should have never got me viral on TikTok. Because I see how cheap clothes is. It's like, this is crazy. I'm like, and when we go Temu, all of these things, I'm like, this is crazy. You telling me that same shirt is $2? And you want $200 for me? I ain't doing that no more. My mom ain't raised no fool. She ain't raised no fool. Guys, we gotta start learning the difference between assets and liabilities. Because assets build wealth, liabilities only make you feel like you're wealthy when you're not. Right? And what it does is give you a temporary rush that makes you believe that you're successful when you're not. Most black people are not successful because we don't understand financial literacy, We do not believe in delayed gratification, and we don't go around people that challenge us to do anything different. The consistency behaviors, the lying to ourselves, right? But today I want to ask all my family in this room. I said family. Yo. We family?
Yes.
I feel good. Try to fight me now. I got family. But guys, I'm being honest with you. In order for us to be great, we have to challenge each other to be great. Don't go around nobody that tell you a bunch of lies. Because a lie becomes the truth to the ears that want to hear it. The more you hear the lie, the more you'll believe it. And a lot of us believe our own lies. I think number one rule is never lie to yourself. Always tell yourself the truth. Stop saying you broke too. Say you're going through financial problems. Stop saying you broke. Stop casting spells with your tongue. Stop talking negative about yourself. Right? My sister, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. Don't feel no way. Let me say something before I get out of here too. So my boy came to me. It made me feel good. I feel special. I'm gonna say, okay.
Nobody knows this.
I'm saying, my boy came to me. He was like, yo, I'm about to pause.
Yeah.
He showed me the ring. I ain't gonna lie, I had a little tear right here, bro. And I'm gonna be honest, you know why I had the tear? Because at the event, you told me a story. And I'm giving you your flowers as a brother. I think, man, we need to do this more. Ladies, we need to do this more. Give each other our flowers. You're as a brother that come from where you come from. I'm proud of what you're doing. I love the environment that you're creating. And I see that God has ever been in you. And I pray that everything your heart desires you both get because you're a team, right? And I got y'all support 100%. I better be at the wedding.
Y'all give it up for Q.
His logic. Yeah, for sure. I see myself like, what I like about this today is not just only inspiring, it's actually people that do it. Right. Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Party, for sure. All that. Yeah, right. Nobody, we showed each other before. Right. Y'all showed me y'all before. Right. Like, yo, bro, this is legit, bro. Yo, you know what's crazy? It's crazy, bro. It's like, like this is the first time doing anything. Yeah, he's telling me. You don't know how nothing's gonna go. This is one of those things truly where it's like, commit first. It's truly, you know what that is. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's like when this stuff is gonna come, you say, yo, let's go ahead and do it. First one to 50, I give them room for 100. So, but here's the thing, like we know about anything. Once you get your proof of concept, you know why they get twisted. How you perfect everything? It's just that. That's it. That's all it is.
The firm that I work for has a real estate portfolio. So it moved away from
I'm not lead.
You know, residential and more into commercial. Trying to consistent commercial.
Yeah, for sure. Really?
Aside from, you know, through my law.
Yeah, that's part of the process.
Well, no, I ain't a lawyer, but I might as well be. I'm the only lawyer there. Basically, And I tell people, I mean, even if you
I'm not one of nobody right now. System ain't gonna tell me to fucking truth. Yeah. Real talk. Yeah. I stayed in my shop cutting hair 8 years straight. 7 days
walk in, the blood draw.
That's what I mean. What we so close because my stories
I have a couple that I manage in ordinary.
Most people don't understand. We don't
I have a couple of ordinary that
so you gotta make that kind of You know what? I'm sacrificing my time.
We own the building.
8 to 15 trips.
We lease it out.
That's what I'm talking about.
To the hospital. To the funeral home.
And I told
One
him, I
property I
said,
manage.
now watch where I'm gonna be in 5 to 7 days. I left my financial goals.
And it wasn't old factory.
It's just
We're
what
not
it
a
is.
factory.
My wife said this. I knew I was gonna get there because I said,
We gotta go through zoning.
that Jordan mentality. Right. I know I can do it. You don't believe it? That's on you. That's on you, brother. That's on you. That's right. That's a fact. Funny about yourself, Stanley.
And there's mortgage. Now, the mortgage on it was
Look at it
over
now. Think like tenants.
St.
Think like
Mary's
employees.
Hospital.
and we also think like consumers.
Oh yeah, we don't think like the landlord.
No,
That's a
the
fact.
landlord is a positive. When the retailer is a positive, and then the last positive is the employer. I don't give a damn if you work a job. You still got to think like an employee. I don't give a damn if you live in somebody's house. You still got to think like a landlord. You get what I'm saying? I don't give a damn if you go to the store. You got to think, can I get this cheap? That's how the retailers think. That's what we think that the negative employee.
The guy who moved.
That's where I was at. I'm up because I already knew the way I was doing it. And inferior mentality is created. But those guys, you start saying yourself like, be here, I can't be here. You can't be better. When you shine, you shine the brightest. They're not person don't want to see it. I tell them, like, you hit our stride, you hit stride, you might stride. Hey, I wouldn't want it, man. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's about getting your stride, being consistent, being disciplined. It's Qdaboss with my guy.
At my best 197.
Listen, we just killed the event in Atlanta together. Many more to come. Tell me how you felt about this event today, man.
The event was dope, solid information. What I love is when you are not the smartest person in the room, you get to pick up a lot of good information. So there's a lot of things I'm going to be able to apply within my own business.
Listen, that man tore the room down talking about real estate. I brought in the motivational piece, tore the room down. Shout out to the Qdaboss for bringing us out here and allowing us to embrace their platform.
Ray and Jay, thank you, brother.
Appreciate you guys. Till next time, don't let that go over your head. What would be your legacy? How will they define you when you die? Will they say, here lies a great man who fought for